Good morning. All right, saw something this morning that made me think. It was a Tim Pool video. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's an interesting character, kind of an leftist. You know what I mean? One of the left that turned on the left, or feels the left has turned on him. Complaining about something Ocasio-Cortez, I don't know how to say her name, OAC in, I think, New York, and about the reason she said that crime is increasing is because they just need bread. And so I think this brings up an interesting point. So there's an old statement that says, feed a man a fish and he'll be hungry tomorrow. Teach him how to fish and he'll never hunger again. And that was true at one point, but now you need a fishing license. You need the property to fish on. You need access to that property. You need the tools needed to clean it, and like there's all these other networks of things. You need shelter, right? And in order to get a job, often you have to be established in a residence so that the owner of that business can rest assured that you are good at paying bills and therefore you will show up. That kind of thing. So the adage of modern day, the best adage I can think of is give a person a handout and they'll be hungry tomorrow. Integrate them into society and you will have a citizen for the rest of their life. And what I mean by that, integration does not mean this is all on them. They have to figure out how to integrate. That's what we're doing now. Integrate into society does not mean form a bureaucracy that will coldly and clinically and mechanically attempt to integrate people, and when they fail, they shrug their shoulders. Integration can only happen when individuals decide that it is their responsibility to help those who are not integrated to become integrated. And when I say individuals, I mean as many individuals on the planet, in our society, in a society, as possible. So this is a virtue, right? This is a virtue we need to begin advertising and extolling people to engage in. Now, what does that look like? What does it look like to integrate somebody in society? Well, that's actually a really good question, and we've got to have some kind of an answer to that, right? Being integrated into society means you are not bitter at society. It means you are engaged in the processes the society has established to become a better person, whatever that looks like. I'm not saying the society is right. It's not the point. I'm saying that if you're against the society, then there's very little hope for you. But if you are at least working with the society as you attempt to improve the society, then that is a winning scenario. It's kind of the Jordan Peterson idea of, we've got to resurrect the dead father, bring it back to life, give him new wisdom. If that made no sense, that basically means that the dead father is an analogy for the deadness in our society, or that which doesn't work in our society, but still valuing what has come and giving it new life, giving it new form, giving it new shape. So how do we do that, though? How do we integrate people into this society who are bitter at it, who are I'm going to say lazy, but I'm not going to say they're inherently lazy. I'm going to say that they have defaulted to laziness for lack of maybe we could say for lack of a better story to live by. Look, I mean, I don't know how a person gives up trying to be productive. I'm constitutionally incapable of that. When I see an opportunity, I feel it is my duty to myself to do the best I can. And that's not to say I'm a fantastically wealthy entrepreneur or anything like that, not even close. I'm just a really hardworking guy, and that really hard work ethic has gotten me about as high as I can go in my industry. Now, granted, I often wonder, shouldn't you try to find an industry that goes higher? Don't you have responsibility to your family and that kind of thing? And what I know is that we're happy the way we are. I'm happy with my job. I enjoy it. I don't want to work a desk job, and I don't want to work the kind of job that might pay me more. I've really found a pretty sweet niche. It really fits me, and to get higher, I would have to do more. Okay, why did this diverge into talking about myself? Let's see if I can reground this. So what I mean by saying all that is to try to admit, I guess, that I don't know much about the poor. I don't know much about the disadvantaged. The one time in my life that I was living paycheck to paycheck, I was so depressed. And the worst part was I was doing everything I could that I knew to do at the time. I was doing construction work. I was only making $15 an hour, but I was living in an area in which the smallest and cheapest apartment I could find was still like $650 a month. And it was tiny. I was trying to make a marriage work and failing. And there was almost no industries in that area. So why am I saying all that? I'm saying that somehow I've always had a good work ethic. So I guess I don't know anything about it. Gosh, this was a really good video until I realized I couldn't actually tell anybody how to integrate people into society. So if I guess what would be ideal is for me to cut all that out. So if I were to cut out everything I just said, I would begin again with something like this. We integrate people into society by loving them, by respecting them, by offering them hope, by, if you will, evangelizing them into a broken society. In other words, admitting that we are broken, admitting that we will do them wrong and have, but that we want them a part of doing the things the best way we know how to do them, which is get the job done, be productive, stand up straight with your shoulders back, to quote Jordan Peterson. I guess that's the best I know. So this is maybe not a very helpful video, because it seems like you need better techniques than simply preaching to people, which is what I'm basically advocating. So, okay, there it is. Preach to people. Love you. Bye.